Folks, before we talk about anything happening today with regards to drones, ceasefires, oil tankers, the Strait of Hormuz, I've got a bigger question that seems to be falling into this entire diaspora. Who is in charge in Iran? Who is making the bad decisions there? Who is making the moves in the Strait of Hormuz? And I think we need to ask that question because nobody in Washington, D.C., and I haven't heard anyone on your favorite cable news channels talk about this. I haven't heard the ladies in the cocktail dresses at 5 a.m., Ainsley. I haven't heard the token black guy on the couch, Lawrence. I haven't heard the token giggler on the couch, Brian. I haven't heard, I don't even want to name any of the people on CNN for fear of catching on fire, but I haven't heard anybody talk about this. None of them seem to be comfortable asking the question out loud. Who is actually running Iran? Because Iran's new supreme leader, Mojtaba Khomeini, has not been seen in the way you would expect from the man supposedly commanding one of the most dangerous regimes on earth. And you and I both know the president of the United States went and had his annual health checkup, and people were melting down because they didn't see him for 4 hours. You had people like Hunter Biden, of all people, going on X and saying, "Where's the president?" That's just a number of hours. But none of those same people will say a word about where the actual supreme leader is of Iran, the same people that they sent for. He's had no public appearances, no clear proof of life, no strong, just visual confirmation, like a sneak peek. This guy's turned into Bigfoot. Like, we get sightings of Bigfoot everywhere, and 100 and I would say 300 million people in America have a cell phone, and they can't get a photo of the damn thing. Where's Bigfoot? Who do we see next? Bigfoot or the Ayatollah? But we got no confirmation that he's healthy, in control. He's not making decisions. And now people inside of Iran are not reportedly, we're not going to use that term. They are putting up missing person style notices, trolling this dude. I got to show you this. It is absolutely amazing to see this. I am stunned that these people are allowed to do this. Now, I'm sure their families will probably be taken hostage and, to a re-education camp in a location near you. Look at this. A missing person notice put up for Mojtaba Khomeini. Residents in Karaj have posted missing person notices for Iran's new supreme leader, who has remained out of public view for 3 months after reportedly being injured in an airstrike that killed his father. He was probably sitting on daddy's lap. I want you to see this. This is crazy. But CNN, Fox News, MS Now, MSDNC, News Nation, OAN, you fill in the blank. They're scared to talk about this. They don't want to offend anybody. They'll gladly bring on people to laugh at Charlie Kirk's death, to make fun of a widow, but they won't say a damn word about this. This guy committed actual genocide of their numbers of 50,000 people.
نه بابا این مفقود نشده. مجتبی از ترسش به خصوص از خشم مردم خودش رو تو لونه موشها پنهون کرده.
It reminds me of somebody losing their dog. They're like, hey, have you seen Snuggles? Text whatever number if you see Snuggles. Why won't the news media touch this? And they're not, these are everywhere. Now, this next one's fitting. It's on a garbage can
کرده.
or a bus stop. And now that the internet has been restored in Iran, we're getting this kind of stuff. A little question for the chat this morning. A little question. Is the alleged leader of Iran, Mojtaba Khomeini, is he alive? Is there anyone that believes this guy is alive? And if he is, where's he at? Where is he at? And more importantly, who's in charge? Who is in charge in Iran right now? If he's not alive, if he's not alive, who is? Who's running the show here? Okay, that's my big question. And that's my thumbnail that I got this morning. Who's in charge? Who's answering the phone there? I don't understand why the news media is not asking this question. Oh, I love it. We've already got one. I love it. I love the questions like this. Doesn't matter, even if he is alive, he's irrelevant. Laurel, you could be right. But Laurel, let me ask Laurel this question, and this question is for everyone. If he is alive and he's making these decisions, does that make this even worse? And then on the same side of the coin, if he's alive and he's not making these decisions, is this a military coup? And does that make getting any level of a ceasefire accomplished or any level of a peace deal accomplished? I think it makes everything more complicated, much more complicated. Now, I'm going to take you back. This is a little trip down memory lane. This is an article from Reuters dated back April 11th. Iran's new supreme leader has severe and disfiguring wounds. I would say the hat is disfiguring, or whatever you call that, the Durka Burka. That's more disfiguring. That's where I'm at right now. Reuters is the only one to bring this up 3 months ago, but they haven't said a damn word about this lately. That's the part Americans need to understand. This is not just a rumor about one dude. This is a command and control problem. If the supreme leader is hidden, incapacitated, badly wounded, or possibly dead, then who's giving the orders? Is it the IRGC? Is it a hidden council? Is it a faction inside of the regime trying to prove strength? And when a hostile regime has drones, missiles, all this other stuff, oil leverage, uranium, international inspectors cannot fully verify that question. It's not gossip anymore. We have to assume he's dead. This is a national security question. The world is starting to realize something very serious may be happening inside of Iran. And I know all of you knew this 4 months ago. you were all very aware that the regime is trying to project power. They don't have it, but they're trying to project it. And I know all of you knew that. And this is a dicey situation. There's more stuff here. And this was the first, I know that article was the first clue, but this one got my head. I started scratching my Razorback hat, my hat that I wear to Ramadan. The Islamic Republic once again accidentally confirmed that he's dead. Accidentally. They unveiled. They like to invade. They unveiled a mural of all the leaders that have been martyred. And up in the top right corner of the mural, they put my homie, Mojtaba Khomeini, the lover of all things bad. They put him up there by mistake. Yeah, they put him up there by mistake. They didn't mean to. The secret always wants to come out. What are your thoughts? I think this is huge. Fake propaganda? Why would they fake him being dead? I don't think they would fake him being dead. Let me ask you this. Who has been more effective at running their country? A possibly dead Khomeini or the guy that we had to deal with? You remember the guy that we had to deal with that everybody thought he was basically oatmeal? This guy. Who's been more effective?
And now I want to hand it over to the president of Ukraine, ladies and gentlemen, President Putin. President Putin. You can beat President Putin. President Zelensky. I'm so focused on beating Putin. I wouldn't have picked Vice President Trump to be vice president, so I think she was not qualified to be president. 4 more years. Pause. 4 more years. America is a nation that can be defined in a single word. I was in the foothills of the Himalayas with Xi Jinping. She knows so long as she was 9.
Who has been more effective? I would put my money on this guy not being more effective. I would say that the Ayatollah that we haven't actually seen has been more effective. Without a shadow of a doubt. This is crazy. But now, I'll tell you what's really about to happen. Apparently, the Biden team, the Biden campaign, they're scrambling to stop these tapes coming out. They're about to release the tapes of his interview where he was, mumbling. So who's been more effective? 1 for the Ayatollah, 2 for Biden. I think he's been more effective. It's sad that we can even say this out loud about this. But it's happening, or it did happen. And the news media ignored saying anything about Joe Biden's capacities. They're ignoring saying anything about the Ayatollah being dead or possibly being dead. Somebody said, which Biden, the 8-foot guy or the 5-foot guy? Yeah, no kidding. But I don't know how. This is so something clued me into this. And I believe the president knows the answer. And I don't believe that he wants to give it away yet. I want you to listen to this little clip I've got here from everybody's favorite.
When I had a chance to talk to the president about this yesterday, I was most curious about the rumored potential meeting with the new Supreme Leader, especially because Epic Fury has killed the new Supreme Leader's dad and his wife and his kid. So does he even want to meet with President Trump if that is something that is on the table?
I don't want to meet, but if I did meet, I'd be honored to meet him. I'd like to see if we make a deal. As far as Iran's concerned, you're going to find out what the deal is. But
all of your favorite members of Congress just approved to send $9 billion of your tax money to this guy. I'm upset about that. It bothers me. I don't like that idea. I don't want to send any money anywhere until like towns like Bug Tussle, Arkansas look like Dubai. After Iran restored internet access, we're starting to get some footage coming out of there about things that are happening. And one of the things that worries me that's happening is this. They're digging up some of their tunnels that we shut down. Look at that. They're digging these up. This is access to some of these ballistic missiles that they've got. You see that? I don't like it. I don't like seeing that. I think we need to either cover them back up or close everything there permanently. And you know what I'm talking about. But Iran has a lot of gall. They've got a lot of nerve. They've got a lot of, well, I'll just say this. There's a thin line between bravery and stupidity. That's what I think. Somebody says Elvis swagger. They do have a lot of Elvis swagger. If you think Elvis is alive, get on some meds. Get on some meds. That's what I would think. The preacher in Lower Arkansas in Hot Springs is not Elvis. But if that's what you want to believe, that's what makes you comfortable. Make yourself comfortable is my first thought, right? That's where I'm at right now.